20 shocking TV moments you can't unsee. Hey everybody, I'm your name, and welcome to the show. Get ready to be on the edge of your seat as we dive into 20 terrifying moments caught live on TV. So buckle up as we relive the moments that left us shaken, heartbroken, and forever changed. January 28th, 1986. Millions around the globe tuned in to witness the launch of the Space Shuttle Challenger. But just 73 seconds into its flight, tragedy struck. The shuttle, carrying 7 brave astronauts, exploded in a blinding flash. The world watched in horror as debris rained down into the Atlantic Ocean. The image of the plume of smoke, a haunting spectre against the bright blue sky, became a symbol of this national tragedy. September 11th, 2001. The world watched in horror as terrorists attacked the United States. A plane crashed into the North Tower of the World Trade Center. 17 minutes later, a second plane hit the South Tower. The collapse of the Twin Towers remains one of the most searing images of the 21st century. November 24th, 1963. 2 days after JFK's assassination, the world was still reeling. Lee Harvey Oswald was being transferred to a secure jail. As cameras rolled, a man emerged from the crowd. Jack Ruby lunged at Oswald, firing a fatal shot. The nation, already grappling with JFK's death, watched in disbelief. March 11th, 2011. A magnitude 9.0 earthquake struck off Japan's coast, unleashing a devastating tsunami. Live cameras captured the towering wall of water, crashing inland. Cars, buildings and homes were swept away like toys. The world watched in horror as the tsunami's destructive force unfolded. The receding waters left behind a trail of devastation, a stark reminder of nature's power. The Munich Olympics, a celebration of athleticism and international camaraderie. But in 1972, the Games were marred by unimaginable tragedy. On September 5th, a group of Palestinian terrorists stormed the Olympic Village, taking 11 Israeli athletes and coaches hostage. The world watched, captivated and horrified as the hostage crisis unfolded. The Munich massacre, broadcast into homes around the world, shattered the illusion of peace and innocence that the Olympic Games represented. October 17th, 1989, the World Series. Game 3 between the Oakland A's and the San Francisco Giants was about to get underway. Then, without warning, the ground began to shake. The Loma Prieta earthquake had struck, and the tremors were felt live on television. The broadcast cut out as the stadium swayed and the lights flickered. The images of the collapsed Cypress Freeway, beamed around the globe, served as a stark reminder of the destructive power of nature. February 20th, 2003. A night of rock and roll at the Station nightclub in Rhode Island turned into a nightmare. During a performance by the band Great White, pyrotechnics ignited flammable soundproofing material. Flames engulfed the club with terrifying speed. The Station nightclub fire, broadcast on news channels across the country, served as a grim reminder of the importance of fire safety regulations. April 19th, 1995. A truck bomb exploded outside the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building in Oklahoma City. The blast, captured by news cameras, ripped through the building, causing its facade to crumble. The images of the devastation, the dust and debris filling the air, sent shockwaves across the nation. The world watched in horror as rescuers frantically searched for survivors amidst the rubble. The Oklahoma City bombing remains the deadliest act of domestic terrorism in U.S. history. The unimaginable struck the heartland of America. December 26, 2004. A massive earthquake, one of the most powerful ever recorded, struck off the coast of Sumatra, Indonesia. The earthquake triggered a series of tsunamis radiating outward across the Indian Ocean. Coastal communities in 14 countries were caught in the path of destruction. Tourists and locals alike were swept away by the relentless waves. The Boxing Day tsunami, captured in horrifying detail by amateur video footage, highlighted the interconnectedness of our world and the devastating reach of natural disasters. October 6, 1981. Egyptian President Anwar Sadat was assassinated during a military parade in Cairo. As cameras rolled, gunfire erupted. Soldiers disguised as participants opened fire on the reviewing stand. Chaos engulfed the parade ground. The assassination, broadcast live, highlighted Middle Eastern volatility. January 12, 2010. A magnitude 7.0 earthquake centered just outside the capital city of Port-au-Prince ripped through the country. Buildings crumbled, homes were reduced to rubble, and the cries of those trapped beneath the debris filled the air. The world watched in horror as the scale of the disaster became apparent. The Haiti earthquake, captured in its raw and devastating reality by news crews on the ground, highlighted the vulnerability of developing nations to natural disasters. April 20th, 1999. Two students armed with an arsenal of weapons walked into Columbine High School in Littleton, Colorado, and opened fire. News helicopters hovering overhead beamed live images of students fleeing the school in terror. The Columbine High School massacre, broadcast live on television, sparked a national debate about gun control, school safety, and the underlying causes of youth violence. April 15th, 2013. The Boston Marathon. As runners crossed the finish line, two pressure cooker bombs exploded near the spectator stands. The blasts, captured by news cameras and amateur video footage, sent shrapnel flying through the air, causing chaos and carnage. The Boston Marathon bombing, broadcast live on television, served as a stark reminder that terrorism can strike anywhere, at any time. June 5th, 1968. Senator Robert F. Kennedy, hoping to follow in his brother's footsteps, was campaigning for president. After winning the California primary, Kennedy was walking through the kitchen of the Ambassador Hotel in Los Angeles when shots rang out. The chaos captured by news cameras showed Kennedy falling to the ground, fatally wounded. The assassination of Robert F. Kennedy, broadcast live on television, sent shockwaves across America. America, still reeling from the assassination of President John F. Kennedy, faced another national nightmare. June 14th, 2017. A horrifying fire engulfed Grenfell Tower, a 24-story residential building in London. As flames shot up the side of the tower, trapping residents inside their apartments, news cameras captured the desperate scenes of people calling for help from their windows. The world watched in horror as the inferno raged on. The Grenfell Tower fire, broadcast live on television, sparked outrage over fire safety standards and the lack of affordable housing in one of the world's wealthiest cities. March 15th, 2019. A gunman opened fire on worshippers at two mosques, live-streaming the attack on social media. The world watched in horror and disbelief as the gunman's rampage unfolded in real time. The attacks, fueled by hatred and Islamophobia, shocked a nation known for its peace and tolerance. The Christchurch mosque shootings, broadcast live on social media, highlighted the dangers of online extremism and the need for greater social cohesion. October 1st, 2017, a gunman perched on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Hotel opened fire on a crowd attending a country music festival. As the sounds of gunfire rained down on the concert-goers, sending thousands fleeing for their lives, cell phone videos captured the chaos and terror. The world watched in disbelief as the death toll mounted. The Las Vegas shooting, the deadliest mass shooting in modern US history, reignited the debate about gun control and the accessibility of firearms. November 18th, 1978. The world bore witness to the horrifying aftermath of a mass suicide in Jonestown, Guyana. Over 900 people, members of the People's Temple cult led by Jim Jones, died after ingesting cyanide-laced flavor aid. News footage of the scene, captured by arriving journalists and investigators, showed hundreds of bodies scattered across the compound. The Jonestown massacre, while not broadcast live, served as a chilling reminder of the dangers of cult mentality and the power of persuasive leaders. April 16, 2007. A student armed with two semi-automatic pistols went on a shooting rampage at Virginia Tech. As the news of the shooting spread, television screens across the country showed images of students running for cover, their faces etched with fear and disbelief. The world watched in horror as the death toll climbed. The Virginia Tech shooting, the deadliest school shooting in US history at the time, reignited the debate about gun control, mental health, and campus security. August 4th, 2020. A catastrophic explosion ripped through Beirut, Lebanon, sending shockwaves across the city. Thousands of tons of ammonium nitrate detonated, leveling buildings and shattering windows miles away. Amateur footage showed the blinding flash and mushroom cloud over the city. The explosion highlighted the importance of industrial safety and the consequences of negligence. These shocking TV moments, forever etched in our collective memory, serve as stark reminders to cherish each day, to hold our loved ones close, and to never take our safety or freedom for granted. Stay safe, and thank you for watching.